Hey friends, welcome to Power Code Music. In this presentation, we are going to step through how to use the internal synthesizer on the Zoom R20 multi-track recorder. But before we go any further, I want to quickly ask you to please check out my YouTube homepage to view all of my videos carefully organized by subject. Also, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. You see, it really helps out the channel a great deal and allows us to keep doing what we're doing. And now, back to the presentation. Zoom R20 has 18 built-in different synth sounds. Users can plug in a MIDI keyboard via USB, or they can use the touchscreen to add sonic textures with the R20's internal synthesizer. The onboard synth has 8-voice polyphony. It has a source format that's FM, and it also has 18 different sounds, including a PCM drum kit. Without further ado, let's jump right in and look at how to use the internal synthesizer on the Zoom R20. Before we begin, let's talk about my specific setup for this demo. In this demo, I'll be using an Akai MPK88 USB MIDI keyboard. It's a MIDI controller. And based on the R20 specs, you can use any USB MIDI controller. That is any USB MIDI keyboard controller that can send and receive MIDI data via a USB cable. That's important, right? That's the spec. And with that, I have my Akai MPK88 connected to my Zoom R20 via the USB-C port. Then I have my Zoom R20 phone's out jack using a 1/4-inch cable plugged into a guitar amplifier so that you can hear the internal synthesizer sound once I trigger them. That's the only reason why I'm using that. So it may be a little noisier than usual, but that's the particular setup for the demo. So let's move on to the configuration. On your Zoom R20, you want to go to your track settings screen, or should I say your track screen, which is the screen we're viewing right now. In the top right-hand corner of that screen, there's a little cog. You want to go ahead and touch that cog. Once you touch that, you're going to be transported to the project settings screen. In this screen, you want to scroll down toward the bottom until you see USB MIDI keyboard. If this setting is turned off, turn it on. If it's already on, you're good to go. Now, then touch the arrow in the top left-hand part of your screen to go back to the track screen. At this point, we want to select what track we want to trigger our internal synthesizer sounds and record them on. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and go to track 1. All right, once we go to track 1, the next thing we have to do is select the keys icon, which is going to be the third icon on the toolbar at the top from the left. Now, once I do that, you'll see track 1 turn into that same icon. Now, the last thing we need to do is select what sound we want to trigger. So I think it's the 6th icon over on the toolbar to the top. Let me get out of this. There's a little box. You want to go ahead and select that, and that'll take you to your synth screen. And on your synth screen, you'll have all of the sounds to choose from that you can use to be triggered by your USB MIDI keyboard. So the first sound is E-piano, so I'm going to select that. Let's hear what that sounds like. So that's the E-piano. Let's go down and take a look at another sound, which is number 4. It's going to be your bell sound. That's pretty cool. Moving on, let's take a look at some of your organs. There's pipe organ. That's number 7. Let's hear what that sounds like. Not bad. Let's move down and look at another type of sound. This is going to be your finger bass. It's number 9. Not too bad. Let's hear one more sound. The synth, well, the synth bass. Let's try the brass. It's number 16. Interesting. Let's say I like the original sound that I chose, which is going to be number 1, which is E piano. So I'm going to choose that, and we'll go back to the track screen. Now that I have my sound chosen, I can go ahead and hit record, and I can use my USB MIDI keyboard to record that internal synthesizer sound to the track I chose, which is track 1. If these sounds are not up to your standards, you have to understand something. At least you can use internal synthesizer sounds on the R20 for your demos, or just, to practice, whatever you want to do. So that's the one cool thing about this particular feature. And there you have it. Well, that's a wrap. If you like this presentation, please give it the thumbs up and click the subscribe button on your screen now to join our group. We have new presentations coming out every 7 to 14 days, and we would love to have you be a part of our team. Also, leave a comment in the comments section about this content, and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and TikTok. While you're here, check out some of the other videos, and especially the playlist, because they're designed just for you. Thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon.